Good morning students, here we come up with the gross anatomy of pectoral region part 3. We are going to discuss serratus anterior muscle. So in the gross anatomy of pectoral region part 3, we are going to discuss serratus anterior muscle. First, the definition of serratus anterior. It is a muscle which is present on the medial wall of axilla. Serratus anterior muscle is present on medial wall of axilla. Then we are going to discuss origin, insertion, nerve supply and actions of serratus anterior. In order to understand the origin and insertion, we need to draw one line diagram, that is of the parasagittal section of the chest wall, in which we are going to draw. We start with this here, manubrium sternum. Please draw alongside with me so it will be easier for us. And this is the body of the sternum. Here we draw the body and the xiphisternum. Then we are going to draw the costal cartilages and the cut surface of the ribs. So we are going to draw the costal cartilage and the cut surface of the rib. Here we start with the first. This will be the second, then third, then fourth rib and its costal cartilage, fifth, then sixth, then 7, and then we are going to show the 8. So these are the respective cut surface of the costal cartilage and ribs. Then we are going to show here the scapula. So therefore, first we show glenoid cavity. Here we draw the coracoid process, and then we show the superior angle and the medial border of the scapula. After drawing the medial border, we draw this lateral border of the scapula. So therefore, here, in order to draw the medial border, we will draw at an angle. This medial border we shall draw in this way. So here, this is the lower triangular area, and here I am going to mark this as the lower triangular area at the inferior angle of the scapula, and here I am going to mark this as the superior angle of the scapula. These bony landmarks are very important in order to understand the insertion of serratus anterior. And here, this is the root of the spine of the scapula, and this border is the medial border of the scapula. And this is the glenoid cavity, coracoid process. Over here, we shall represent this as the acromion process. So a very rough diagram, but we need to draw this landmarks in order to understand, in order to show the origin insertion of serratus anterior. So therefore, now after drawing these important points, once again superior angle, inferior angle where triangular surface is present on scapula, root of the spine of scapula, and the entire medial border of scapula. Now always remember one thing, the entire serratus anterior will be inserted on the costal surface of medial border of scapula. That means medial border of scapula but costal surface. Now origin. The origin of serratus anterior will be by 8 fleshy slips. Underline it. Once again I will repeat, the origin of serratus anterior will be by 8 fleshy slips from outer surfaces and upper borders of upper 8 ribs. From outer surfaces and upper borders of upper 8 ribs. So here we show the origin of serratus anterior from the outer border and upper surfaces of the upper 8 ribs. Now first digitation, as I told you that origin will be in the form of 8 fleshy slips. So that means digitations, 8 digitations. First digitation of serratus anterior will take origin from outer border and the outer surface and upper border of the first rib as well as second rib. This is an important question. It was asked so many times in the MCQ also. The first digitation of serratus anterior will take origin from the upper border and outer surface of the first rib as well as second rib. So therefore, this is the first, this is the second. So this will form the first digitation of serratus anterior. And therefore, here we complete, this is the first digitation of serratus anterior, which is taking origin from the first as well as second rib. Now this first digitation of serratus anterior will be inserted. This insertion is also very important. it is inserted along the medial border of the scapula. Remember, it is costal surface of scapula, but medial border. Medial border of scapula from superior angle to the root of the spine of scapula. Once again, I'll repeat, the first digitation of serratus anterior will be inserted along the medial border of scapula from superior angle to the root of the spine of scapula. And this first digitation will take origin from first rib as well as second rib. Then, second, third and fourth digitations will take origin from respective ribs. The second, third and fourth will take origin from the respective ribs. Second, third, fourth. So, the second, third and fourth digitations of serratus anterior taking origin from the respective ribs, second, third and fourth ribs, that is the upper border and outer surface of the second, third and fourth ribs. Where are they inserted? See here, very simple. They are inserted along the medial border of the scapula, but between root of the spine, see here, root of the spine of scapula and the inferior angle, the triangular surface at the inferior angle. So between the root of the spine and the triangular surface at inferior angle, between this, along the medial border will be insertion of second, third and fourth digitation of serratus anterior. Very simple. 4 digitations, upper 4 digitations are over. Now the remaining lower 4 digitations, because serratus anterior is taking origin by 8 fleshy slips from upper 8 ribs. From the outer surfaces and upper borders of upper 8 ribs. So lower 4 digitations from respective ribs. So lower 4, here we go with the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. So after taking origin the lower 4 digitations from their respective ribs, that is from the 5, 6, 7, 8, entire lower 4 digitations of serratus anterior, that is 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th digitations will be inserted along the medial border of scapula, where at the inferior angle of scapula and on triangular surface of the scapula. At the inferior angle and triangular surface of scapula, the lower 4 digitations of serratus anterior will be inserted. So this is how the serratus anterior is inserted along the medial border of scapula at the inferior angle on the triangular surface. So therefore, this is the origin and insertion of serratus anterior. Remember the first digitation taking origin from first and second rib, and it is inserted where on the medial border of scapula between superior angle and root of the spine of scapula. Second, third and fourth digitations will take origin from second, third and fourth ribs inserted along the medial border of scapula between the root of the spine and inferior angle of scapula. Then the remaining 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th digitations will take origin from 5, 6, 7 and 8 ribs and inserted into the inferior angle of the scapula along the medial border, inferior angle of scapula along the triangular surface. So this finishes the origin and insertion of serratus anterior. Now we are coming up with the nerve supply. Nerve supply of serratus anterior will be from nerve to serratus anterior, and this nerve to serratus anterior, the name of this nerve, if I just name this, if I just draw this nerve, it is known as the nerve of Bell or long thoracic nerve. So it is long thoracic nerve or nerve to serratus anterior, and it is called nerve of Bell. It will take its origin from the roots of brachial plexus. Which are the roots of brachial plexus? The roots of brachial plexus will be C5, C6, C7, and the C5 root will supply the upper 2 digitations, C6 will supply the third and fourth digitation, and C7 will supply the lower 4 digitations. Ideally it is like this. So C5, C6 and C7. This forms the nerve to serratus anterior, which is called long thoracic nerve or nerve to Bell. It is taking origin from the roots of brachial plexus. So C5, C6, C7 is nerve to serratus anterior or long thoracic nerve. Then we come to actions, very important. The first action of serratus anterior will be this entire serratus anterior along with pectoralis minor will act as protraction of scapula. It will help in protraction of scapula, that is in pushing and punching movements. Serratus anterior along with pectoralis minor will help in protraction of scapula round the chest wall, and those actions are present in pushing and punching movements. That is the main action of serratus anterior along with pectoralis minor. Second action of serratus anterior will be, now the serratus anterior along with upper and lower fibers of trapezius during abduction of the arm will help in rotation of the glenoid cavity upwards and forwards. So it will help in the rotation of glenoid cavity upwards and forwards. That is, majority of the lower digitations of serratus anterior, along with upper and lower fibers of trapezius will help in rotation of glenoid cavity upwards and forwards during abduction of the arm. This is the second action of serratus anterior along with upper and lower fibers of trapezius, but lower digitation of serratus anterior, which will help in rotation of glenoid cavity upwards and forwards during abduction of the arm. And now the applied anatomy. In applied anatomy, winging of scapula or winged scapula, that is in paralysis of serratus anterior, when there is injury to this nerve of Bell or long thoracic nerve or nerve to serratus anterior, what will happen? The serratus anterior is paralyzed. When this is paralyzed, there will be winging of scapula in which the medial border of the scapula is projected outwards. So therefore, because of this deformity, it is called winged scapula, because the entire serratus anterior muscle will be paralyzed and there can be no pushing and punching movements, no protraction of the scapula, and there can be no rotation of the glenoid cavity of scapula during hyperabduction. So the medial border of scapula becomes more prominent in such cases, and such cases are called winged scapula. So here we finish our entire serratus anterior muscle. Thank you very much.